The Three Stooges is an incomprehensible mess of a game and my new frontrunner for just the worst Nintendo game ever made. Now, as the game itself, it kind of reminds me of Virtual Bard, another horrible game in its own right that I reviewed for the Genesis. It reminds me of that game because in this game there's basically like this Wheel of Fortune type deal where you have to land on a level and then you play it. And the problem with the game actually stems from the gameplay and the controls, because the controls are almost impossible to understand. I mean, you would have a better time trying to learn C++ in one day than learning these controls in one day. Serve pies to guests. Double pay for serving all pies. Look professional. Okay, so I guess we're gonna throw pies at guests, obviously. Now the problem with this game, and I played this a little bit before, is you have to control three stooges at the same time. But not only that, you have to actually control them by avoiding and throwing. So in essence, it's like doing 6 different things at the same time. I mean, the Nintendo controller was not made for this. It only has a few buttons. There's just way too much going on for even the controller to handle, let alone your brain. Let's try another game now. Once you're finished with one game, you get to choose another one. You can stop on it, or the little hand stops on its own. What's the game we're gonna play now? Now, when I played this game before, as prep, cracker eating. Okay, I remember this. You're supposed to like get crackers and eat them. Another horrible game, but at least the controls for this game you can understand them. One thing I never landed on is the boxing game for some reason. So you're playing as the fat the fat of the Three Stooges, and you like what? What? I don't even know how to play. I mean, I get the controls, but like I take the spoonfuls of whatever those things are. I guess I'm not supposed to eat the clams because they're alive or something. The cooked clams became sentient and now are eating the soup therein. Why does he scream like that? What? If he's so scared of clam chowder, why does he eat it? Why didn't they get another stooge to eat? Now he just went insane and screamed even when he didn't touch anything. Just the broth from the soup made him go into an insane rage? I don't even know what the sound is. What emotion does that express? Fear? Anger? Frustration? Is he turned on? I don't know! Now, the trivia game is possibly the worst of all of them, because, I don't know how they fuck up controls in a simple game where you choose A, B, or C, but they did it. You see, in this game, you don't know what you're picking. Like, all the buttons are flashing. I don't know what I'm picking. Now, I actually learned how to do this, and this is incredibly ridiculous, but when one of the buttons continues to flash and the other two don't as you move your cursor, like the 2 buttons are supposed to stop flashing for a short amount of time, and the one button that isn't flashing, that's the one you're on at that moment. And of course, another thing about this game is you have to know really deep Three Stooges trivia. And what kid in the 80s knew Three Stooges trivia? I mean, really, like, obscure shit about the Three Stooges. That's insane! The great-grandparents of kids in the 80s watched the Three Stooges. Fucking kids in the 80s knew about Boy George and Breakfast Club. Not stuff from, like, the fucking beginning of the century, basically. Shit! And I know somebody's gonna say, they didn't begin in the beginning of the century. 1925 is when they started their vaudeville act. I'd say that's pretty close to the beginning of the fucking century. I mean, that was before the stock market crash. The first one, not the second one. Didn't I just play this? Why isn't there a limit on that random level choosing thing to stop you from choosing the same level over and over? I mean, you should be like, you play one level and then you can't play it for a few turns. It should gray out or something. This is ridiculous. People who bought this game are already unlucky, so obviously their horrible luck is gonna make them choose the same level over and over by accident. Okay, let's see what hell we're going to next. Which layer of hell? A dollar sign? Huh. Wait a minute. So, well, this is the kind of level I like. You don't have to do anything. You just win $250. I like that. Somebody just drops a sack of money and hey, yeah, somebody will pick it up. Come on, big money. Oh, yeah. 2 mouse traps in a row. Now, there is a limited amount of time for you to do this, and there is a game over screen, so don't think you can just keep doing this over and over and just not making any real... Oh, for fuck's sake. Not making any real money in the levels. You have to be good at this game to pass it. If you just do the same level over and over and make a whole bunch of money like that way, it's not going to work. Okay. Maybe I'll do better this time. What was wrong with that? I ate a regular thing. He didn't scream that time. So he eats one of those button things in the soup, and it's fine, and then he eats an identical one and he screams? I don't understand what's going on! Can Michael Corleone please come out of the bathroom and shoot this stooge in the neck for God's sake? End my misery here! Okay, if this game has any decency, please don't let the next level be the trivia. I mean, all the levels suck, but the trivia, it's not even graphics, and it's fucked up controls and basic... Are you... No. No. That didn't just happen. Actually choosing A, B, or C. Forget about having a hard time to know where you stopped, A, B, or C, since they don't get highlighted, and I already explained how hard it is to actually know which one you chose. It's actually kind of hard to choose which one once you stop on one. It's a whole mechanic of using the left, right, and up button, and then pressing A or B. It's just... Oh my god. Which stooge was a lifeguard as a teenager? In real life? The actor? The character? Was there an episode when they were teenagers or lifeguards? Or is this biography on the actual actor? I know there were several different actors playing the same stooge because some of the stooges actually died later on. It's like... Let me just make that noise that fat stooge made. I finally understand what he's trying to express. Complete and utter insanity. His brain explodes because he knows what game he's in. Karoo! Karoo! Karoo, everyone! Karoo! Hey! Pie throwing again! It's like only 2 fucking little mini-games in this game. It never stops on anything else. Jesus Christ. I don't even consider the trivia game a game. This time I'm just gonna go all out. I'm not gonna duck, just throw pies. Fuck you. I can't fucking control 6 different actions at once, alright? I'm not that fucking Indian god with 6 arms. I'm not a fucking octopus. Not that an octopus would be able to play this game because they have no opposable thumbs. And even if they did, they'd probably do as good as a human being because all you do is tap buttons randomly. Well, at least the Stooges had a good reason to make money. They were trying to save an orphanage. But you know what? I'm glad they didn't, because they would fuck that orphanage up. All those kids would come out murderers, hanging out with these assholes. You know, this game doesn't really do any favors for the image of the Three Stooges. It really besmirches their image. And the Three Stooges did so much for what comedy and entertainment is. I mean, they really evolved the art form. Like cartoons and movies, especially comedy movies and sketch shows like Saturday Night Live and the Upright Citizens Brigade and things like that. They would be so different from what they are now if it wasn't for the Three Stooges. You know, it's like the radio paved the way for the television. Television would be different. It might not even been invented. Things are different because of the Three Stooges. They're very historical in terms of the world of entertainment. And for this game to besmirch their character with controls that are completely incomprehensible and just little mini games that aren't even mini games. They're just random blurs of graphics, and you don't even know what you're doing in most of them. It's unforgivable. This game is an unforgivable thing, and It absolutely does not deserve to be played. It deserves to be mocked. When you play this game, do not play it, mock it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my friends.